Good morning and welcome, everyone. Happy Wednesday to you. I am really excited to share with you such a simple but incredibly impactful tip for you on what you can do on your mobile device on your home screen to help minimize distraction. And there's a good chance this is not the standard tips and tricks on, how to break up with your addiction to your mobile phone. My name is Megan Summerall. I am a time management and planning expert for women, and I'm on a mission to bring work life harmony into homes all over the world. And I do this through all things time management, organization, and productivity. So today is kind of an organization slash productivity tip. Now, if you are a fan of my podcast, the Work Life Harmony podcast, you may have heard yesterday's episode that dropped with my guest expert, Sean, where he gave incredible advice on doing his version of a digital detox. Now, if you are not quite ready for full digital detox, I want to show you what my home screen looks like on my mobile device because this change has been a game changer for me. Now, I can't just put my phone away all day. We don't have a home phone. If there's an emergency at school, which we've had some unusual ones this year, like I need to be able to have my phone so I can hear it ring, right? I can't just walk away from it for the entire day, during the work week. So, what can we do with our mobile phones if we can't just like put them in a drawer and walk away from them for 6 hours? Well, one of the changes that I have made on my mobile device is all about my home screen. I want you to think, and I'll show you mine here in just a second. I want you to think about what are the apps on your mobile device that you use often, but are not a distraction. Like, what is it that might make you pick up your phone because you need to do something, but then all of a sudden, hey, sorry about that. All of a sudden, you end up going down the rabbit hole of like, oh, well, now I'm scrolling Instagram and now I'm looking at reels, all that kind of stuff. All right. And I want you to think about what are those apps that you can go in and out of your phone that you then don't go down the rabbit hole with. Okay. So for example, for me, I listen to a lot of podcasts. All right. So I want to have the podcast app easily accessible. I pick up my phone to do that. I listen to music a lot. I want to just be able to open my phone and turn on music. When I hop in the car, I oftentimes pull up maps to see which way I need to go for school because of, any accidents or things like that. Then I want you to think about what are the apps that tend to be distractions, right? That aren't really tools. And the change that you get to make is setting up your home screen in a way that those distractions are not there. So, all right, my girls are seeing some people walking by. They're not liking it. Hang on. The risks of doing lives here when you've got two very active working dogs. All right, so let's take a look at what is on my home screen. All right, I'm holding mine up. I have an iPhone. So you're actually seeing a picture of my sisters and I. I intentionally chose a widget to fill up a large portion of my home screen so that I'm not tempted to put extra apps there. So as you can see, that's filling up the vast majority of my home screen. Now, you may be wondering how in the world all my apps have my actual color branding. My daughter made those for me. She does amazing things. So there's this whole process that you can do to design different icons for your apps. That's not what I'm going to be sharing with today because I still don't remember how she did it all. But what I have on my home screen is calendar, so I can easily see what day it is. My clock, because I use alarms, like in the morning, my alarm goes off. The weather. I have maps. I have my camera. I have podcasts. I have Google Chrome. And then I have my own app from the App Store, the Pinkbee app. Notice none of those are distracting apps, right? Then down at the bottom, I have access to my phone, my email, text messages, and music. Now, with the phone, email, and text messages, notifications are turned off. So if I were to open up my phone to turn some music on, say, I'm not going to see if I have any messages in. I have to actually tap on it and open it to see if I have any messages. So, what this allows me to do is if I want to get some music going, or if I want to start a new podcast, or open up my phone to do a quick video, I can open up my phone, get right to my tools, and I'm not distracted by, oh, I've got a message. Oh, I have a notification here. Oh, let me just go pop in and see what's going on over on Instagram, etc. For me to do that, I have to swipe to a whole new screen. So I would really encourage you to think about what apps belong on that home screen and what does not need to be there for temptation, right? I had my Audible on there because I listen to a lot of books when I'm driving. I ended up moving that to the second screen because I'm like, it's when I get in my car, like I'm starting the car, I'll go start a book. I don't need to, like, I'm not going to be tempted to go like dive into my phone because I'm driving, right? But really challenge yourself to think about what can I get rid of on my home screen to help set me up for success? And if you do need to have an app on that home screen, like I do keep my email and messenger access, the notifications are off. It's not a temptation for me to go look at email. I prefer to do that from my desktop. And then share here what changes you're going to make to your home screen. Right. So that way, if I just need to, like this morning, real quick, I'm like, oh, what's the weather before I'm heading out for a run? So I know how to dress appropriately. I open it up and I just go to the weather app. I don't see any notifications. I don't see any temptations to start looking at anything else. And it is an absolute game changer. Now, the good news is, I'm an iPhone user. I know you can do all of this on Android as well. You do not have to fill your home screen with apps, right? You could just choose to have 4 or 5 on that home screen and the rest empty, white space. That's what my daughter does. She only has, I think, 4 apps along her home screen. She's very into the aesthetics on her phone. So really remember, less is more. So I'd love for you to share if you're watching this. Are you going to take that challenge to reorganize your home screen and get that clutter off? This is why I don't like folders of apps on your phone screen either, because you're just shoving more in there. It's more visual noise, it's more notification noise, right? Be very, very strategic on what you're putting on that home screen. And then let me know what you're choosing to put on there. Now, if you're interested in like true digital detox, definitely encourage you to go check out the latest episode of the Work Life Harmony podcast. You can find the video for it right here on YouTube as well. If you just prefer to watch videos, Sean gave some amazing, amazing tips on the show yesterday. All right. Happy phone organizing, and I'll see you all back here next week. Have a